if you're someone who is in the third trimester and you are propped up on the pillows trying to relieve yourself of the heartburn and having trouble sleeping, I have been there too. You have tried not eating spicy foods, you're avoiding the acidic foods, you're eating smaller meals, maybe you are even living off of a steady diet of bland bread-like things. I get it. When it doesn't work, it is so frustrating and painful. And when none of that really worked for me, here's what I did. I'm Stefanie Mello. I am a digital doula and I am a mom of 5. And I had heartburn all pregnancy long in all of my pregnancies. So I didn't get relief at the end of a certain trimester or just have it flare up at the end. I had it every single day. And I've tried things that made me vomit. I tried things that just I didn't like. And I tried some things that really, really worked. So if you're someone who's getting results from Tums and you're not hitting that max dose, this video is probably not for you. That's okay. I'm glad that's working. But if you're like me and that wasn't working, stay tuned. So I'm going to rate each of these by my experience with it. We're going to talk about the tolerability, effectiveness, affordability, and convenience. So let's jump in to product number 1, Heartburn Soother Tea. This comes in a variety of names, but any kind of heartburn tea is probably what you're going to look for at your store. I found this to be effective, but to be honest with you, I was drinking about 4 mugs a day to kind of keep the heartburn under control. And in the hot summer months, I didn't want to drink hot tea. And for whatever reason, it didn't occur to me that I could brew 4 cups that night and put it in a mason jar and sip it cold throughout the day. So that's an idea for you that you can use. I'm no longer having babies, but for me, that kind of affects the way I rate the convenience, but you can do but I did enjoy it when it was hot. So I'd say for tolerability, it's medium. I don't think that this has a very strong taste, like positive or negative. It's a pretty neutral taste. I would give the effectiveness about 3 stars. Sometimes it was really effective and sometimes it wasn't. And the affordability, I'm going to give it $2 signs. This is about 50 cents per use. So if you're like me, where you kind of constant all day heartburn, you're doing 4 mugs a day, that can kind of add up. I found the convenience to be pretty low, but like I said, there are hacks around that. And then I would say the relief comes in about 10 minutes. I wouldn't say it's really fast relief, though I would say it is effective. Number 2 is baking soda. So just a pinch, so it's maybe a 1/4 of a teaspoon, and no more than 4 ounces of water. And this is magic, except of course we know it's science, but you know what I mean. This worked so well and so fast for me. This is one of my main things that I relied on during my pregnancy. So if you're taking a bunch of baking soda in a day, that's probably not a good thing. So look into that for you, how much sodium, you should be having. But we are talking about small measurements and knowing that you can probably have 7 or 8 Tums a day, which has pretty similar ingredients as baking soda, although it has more. You're probably in a safe zone. This is anecdotal only, but through 6 pregnancies, I was using baking soda throughout the day and I've never had any problems with kidney stones or anything with my kidneys at all. So let's talk about the tolerability. I would say it's low to medium. I mean, it has a taste. It's not exactly pleasant. It's not bad, but you know how we can be sensitive to things when we're pregnant. So low to medium for tolerability. Effectiveness, 5 stars. This was such fast relief for me, and it was it was fast, which was so important sometimes when you feel like you might throw up because the heartburn is so painful. Affordability, I'm gonna give this $1 cents. This is the $1 sign. This is the cheapest option I have for you. And in my experience, it's about 2 cents per use, probably less if you buy your baking soda at Costco. Convenience, I would say it's medium. I personally didn't feel comfortable carrying around a baggie of white powder. So this was something I did at home. And relief in under a minute, almost immediate. Number 3, are we on number 3 already? Yes, we are. Okay, and that is Alkalime. Now this product comes either in a bottle where you can measure out the amount or in the stick packets. I'm rating this based on the stick packets because that's usually what I used, because I would just throw a couple in my purse or my bag so that I always had it when I was out of the house if my heartburn got really bad. So this is a powder, just like an Alka-Seltzer, right? Where you pour it into the bottom of a cup. add 4 to 6 ounces of water, stir it, let it bubble. So make sure you have some room in the cup so it doesn't spill over, and then drink it. You only mix it with water. You're not mixing it with juice or anything else that changes the pH. So keep it with water, and then you drink it. So for tolerability, I would say it's high. I think it has a good taste. It has a lime taste, right? That's what Alkalime. And the effectiveness, high, 5 stars. Affordability, this is the most expensive option I have for you. It's about $1.83 per use for the stick packets. Now, if you're using like the bottle of it and measuring it out yourself, it's of course going to be cheaper. Convenience, 5 stars, so easy to use, and relief in under a minute. Number 4, Digize Essential Oil applied topically. So you're just going to like put it on from the stomach up to wherever the discomfort is. Like if your heartburn pain's coming up all the way up there, then rub it there as well. You're really only going to need about 1 drop for that area. You can use a carrier oil if you want to dilute it in case you have like skin sensitivities, which a lot of us do. So like a drop of carrier oil to a drop of essential oil is going to work really well here, or just like a drop in some lotion would work as well. This is a blend of essential oils for the digestive tract. So it's really good for everything, which is why I was always using it, because I would use it for bloating or gas, or if things are running a little bit too fast. So take that drop. I actually learned this hack from one of my doula clients. So for tolerability, I'm going to say it depends. The smell of Digize, includes all the oils that are in that. It has a little bit of patchouli, anise, fennel, ginger, peppermint. So if you don't really like those aromas, the tolerability might be much lower for you than it is for me. For me, it's so effective that even though the smell isn't something that I necessarily like, I'm happy to use it. Effectiveness, I would say mid to high. So sometimes it worked really fast. Sometimes it wasn't really helpful. The affordability, I'm giving this $2 signs because it's about 20 cents per use, so like per drop. But if you buy 1 bottle, that's going to last you 3 months. And then convenience, this is extremely convenient because you can take this on an airplane, you can keep this in your purse. It's really, really convenient. And then relief in 1 to 3 minutes. So not as fast as baking soda or what I'm going to talk about next, or Alkalime, but a little bit faster than the tea. And then number 5, apple cider vinegar. This one's a little bit hard for me to recommend because my last memory using this for digestive relief was not pleasant. So I was about 38 weeks pregnant and I was crying in pain. The heartburn was so bad. It was late at night. And I had used apple cider vinegar numerous times throughout the pregnancy to relieve my heartburn and found it very effective. And this one time, it just triggered me to throw up. I hate throwing up. I throw up for weeks at a time when I'm pregnant. So I, was happy to have not thrown up for about 20 weeks. And here I did at the end. But a lot of women will actually put it in water like I do with the baking soda. And so I wish I had thought of that. That might work really well for you. I was not willing to try it after my negative memory. So relief is actually pretty immediate. I would say it's the fastest of everything, even faster than baking soda, with the caveat that you get that initial vinegar going down your throat sensation, which can be really burny. And it was extremely burny for me my last time. Tolerability, definitely the lowest of all of these. Can I give 0 stars? Maybe 1. Effectiveness, high. This is very effective. Affordability, $1 sign, very effective, about 8 cents per ounce. Convenience, low to mid. If you're at home, sure, that's convenient. If you're out of the house, it's not really. And the relief is very, very fast. So there you have it. These are the things that I found work best for me in my pregnancies. In my last 3 pregnancies, when Alkalime sticks became available, my regimen was really to use baking soda if I was at home, Alkalime or Digize when I was out of the house. So I just usually kept those products in my purse or my backpack or my bag, whatever I was using at the time, diaper bag, right? Because I have other little kids. And with that, only using the Alkalime when I was out of the house, I would find a box of Alkalime stick packets, lasted me about 2 months. Like I said, Digize, I wasn't necessarily using it every single day, but if I did, 1 bottle would last about 3 months. And, you've already got baking soda in your kitchen. So that's what I recommend to you. I will have a link below for the Digize and Alkalime so you can try that out, as I do highly recommend them. And then also for the other products, the heartburn tea baking soda and the apple cider vinegar. If you're going to give those a try, why not buy them from a local store? Because we want to keep our store stocking the things that we need and support our local economies. Now, if you have not yet taken the Secrets of Healthy Pregnancy, Birth, and Postpartum, what are you waiting for? This is a free 9-part podcast series. They're all under 20 minutes. That is designed to help you reduce your risks of pregnancy, birth, and postpartum complications, improve your baby's fetal development and health outside of the womb, and support your postpartum mental health. That's available for you at my website, and I'll have that linked below. As always, make sure that you're subscribed to keep getting content from me, and make sure you're listening to the Sage Motherhood podcast. I'll see you next time.